what's going on? It's Dr. Gonzo Boogie here again for another DVD and VHS update. In this video I have a pretty good amount of horror DVDs to show, and also just a bunch of other stuff that I picked up in the past week at like thrift stores and different places like that. So I figured I would just dig in and start showing DVDs first. Here I have Swamp Thing, which is an awesome Wes Craven film, probably one of my favorite films he did. And this was one of his films he did before Nightmare on Elm Street. And this one is just really good. I like the whole vibe and like feel of this movie. Very cool. And this cover is actually a one of those like holographic ones where it changes, and it's pretty cool. I actually would have preferred to just get like a normal copy, but this is the only one they had. You can actually take this off, but I figured what's the point, you know? It's like, why not just leave it on there? It's like just like kind of glued on the normal DVD, but it's just a normal DVD edition of Swamp Thing that you know, you find pretty much everywhere. It's like the common edition of this. Actually, I've never really seen too many other editions of this movie on DVD. But this is a really fun movie again, and I would highly recommend this one for anyone who hasn't seen this and who likes Wes Craven films. And this is also like an adaptation of like a DC comic called like Swamp Thing, which that's also pretty cool. Alright, next up here we have this really cool edition of Army of Darkness. This is Anchor Bay. So this adds to my Anchor Bay collection. I bought a couple other Anchor Bays this week too, so this was a pretty good week for my Anchor Bay collection. And I found this one for cheap at this store that sells DVDs called Game Exchange, and it was only like $4 or $5, I think $5, and it's a pretty cool copy of this movie. It's just the normal edition of the movie. It comes with like special features like the original ending and some trailers, stuff like that. But I felt like it was good to trade this in with my other copy, because I used to have that just that real basic Universal edition that doesn't really come with any special features, not that many special features. So this is definitely an upgrade in my opinion from the Universal one. Again, just like all Anchor Bays, the inside looks really good. It's got a really nice booklet, the red border there of the poster, and then just the title index or title card. And again, just awesome Army of Darkness. I love The Evil Dead and Army of Darkness, just some of my favorite horror movies ever. And this is Manhunter, which I used to have the like 2-disc special edition of this years back, and I always really loved it, but I ended up selling it one day, so I thought it was about time to buy this movie again, because I just picked it up on VHS like a week ago, and I watched it, and I was just like, wow, that movie's awesome. So I was like, I gotta buy it on DVD again. So I found it at that same store that I got Army of Darkness at for only like $5. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, because these Anchor Bays, you can't really get any cheaper than that. If you order them offline, you know, you got to pay for shipping. So in the long run, it's pretty much $5 anyways. And some of these go for a lot more than that anyways. But this is the inside for this, and the insert, which is one of their cardboard ones, and that's the like title card, and that's the poster. And I really love the poster for this movie. I wish they would have used it for one of the DVD covers, especially the special edition. But still, this is a pretty cool cover. It's like a variation on the movie poster with, you know, a lot of other changes to it, but it's still pretty cool. But Manhunter is a really good like horror movie. If you haven't seen this, this is based on the same novel that Red Dragon was based on, and I think this one is better than that one. And this is just my favorite like movie with the Hannibal Lecter character in it. Just this one is really well done and really cool. And the villain in this movie, the like serial killer that the detective or police guy is after, is the Tooth Fairy, and it's just, that character is just so badass in this movie. He's so creepy, but at the same time he's also just like badass. He's like a badass in a creepy way. It's hard to explain. You gotta like watch it to see, and I would just highly recommend this one. This was a random 2-pack I picked up. I thought it was pretty cool anyways, and this is the third and fourth out of the Killer Tomatoes series, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. This is the Killer Tomatoes Strike Back and Killer Tomatoes Eat France. And these just look fun. I actually haven't seen the first one in a long time, and I don't think I've ever seen the second one. But I thought I would pick this up. I found this for $5 at Kmart. It was a newer Anchor Bay release, and I just thought it was kind of cool. I haven't really seen anything like this at Kmart ever, so I just thought it was kind of cool they had there, and it was like the only copy I saw, so I just picked it up. And again, I used to watch the cartoon of this too when I was a little kid. There was Attack of the Killer Tomatoes cartoon that me and my brother used to watch when we were real little, and that I've always just kind of sort of liked these movies and everything, you know, the merchandise and the characters and all that. I just thought the tomato guys were always funny and cool looking. So I'm actually looking forward to checking these out. These might actually be really fun. I heard that, you know, kind of like goofy and cheesy and funny a little bit, so, you know, maybe these will be fun to watch. And that's just what the inside looks like. Of course, one of those recycled cases, which I'm not the biggest fan of. But the disc art is actually pretty cool for being just basic. And here is Apocalypse Now, which this is like one of my favorite war movies, if you know, consider it like a war movie, which you know, I would. And I just think it's really good. Everything about this movie is just badass, with Marlon Brando's character just being like awesome, and then Martin Sheen's character is awesome in this movie too. And Francis Ford Coppola directed this one. This is just one of those classics that really, yeah, you have to watch to like just to like get a grasp of this movie. It's really good. I love this movie. One of my favorite movies like this, and just a really like trippy, and a really like powerful movie. A really good watch, and it's a longer movie, but it's really worth the watch if you've never seen it. And same kind of goes for Scarface. Scarface is just a really good movie, and I was glad to finally pick this one up on DVD again. I used to have this one years back on DVD, but this is like the 2-disc special edition. It's like the anniversary edition of the film, and this just looked really cool. It's in pretty good condition, so I was glad I got this one used for $5 too. And this is just a great movie too. I'm sure most people have seen Scarface, but if you haven't, it's really worth checking out. It's, in my opinion, one of the reasons why I would consider the 80s the best decade for remakes, like film remakes, because it was the same, you know, Scarface came out in the 80s, which was a remake. The Thing came out in the 80s, John Carpenter's The Thing, and The Fly, and there's a couple more that I just can't remember right now, but just really good remakes that all came out of the 80s, and that's why the 80s is just great movies and great music. And last year for the DVDs is Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and this is just the classic special edition of this movie. This is the one you see a lot. I know they've made a couple more, like even bigger releases since then, like 3-disc or 4-disc collections. But this is just the basic 2-disc edition of the film. And I really love this movie. I've loved this movie since I was in like high school. Me and my friends used to watch it and quote it, you know, back when we were in like 10th and 11th grade, probably even before that. I think even a couple years before that we were like quoting and watching this movie. So this is just one of those movies I've been watching for years. I used to have this same edition again on DVD. I'm just buying it back again. And I love this movie. This is a great addition too. It actually has the slide over it. And then inside is a 2-disc set with insert and everything. Just really cool. I've always really liked this edition of the movie, and I was glad to finally just pick it up again, because this is my favorite thing from the Monty Python crew, and just one of my favorite comedies in general. I have a small stack of VHSs here. This is Black Rain from Ridley Scott, and this has Michael Douglas in it. And I'm a fan of Ridley Scott's films. My favorite movie ever is Blade Runner, so I just, I figured I would check out more of Ridley Scott's movies. So I figured why not pick this one up on tape and check it out. Next up here I have Fantastic Voyage, which this is like I think 60s science fiction movie, yes, from 66, and it's got Donald Pleasance in it, and this is a really good movie about they get shrunk down and they go inside like a human body. It's just that classic story. It's been parodied in a lot of cartoons and a lot of movies since, but this is where it originated from what I know. And I've always liked this movie. I actually haven't seen this movie since I was in like 4th or 5th grade. We watched it in like science class, and I remember liking it back then. And I think I watched pieces of it on Turner Classic Movies since then, but I've never really seen this movie like all the way through since then. So it's been a while. So I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. And it just, from what I remember, this was a really good movie. I remember when I was watching it, years ago when I was in, like 4th or 5th grade. I remember thinking that this was a really intense movie. Like I was like, scared at certain parts in this movie. But then again, I was younger, but still, so I'm looking forward to checking this one out. And last here for tapes and everything, I have the Talking Heads Stop Making Sense, which Talking Heads are one of my favorite bands. And this is their like concert video. This is a live concert that the band put together, but this is like more than just like a normal concert. It was like specially designed by the band like leader David Byrne to be like the ultimate concert. And it was there's like a quote from someone about this movie, well, about the concert, that's like it's like the Citizen Kane of concert films. And this got like a theater release. And it also got, released on tape and DVD and everything. So it's just something really good to have if you're a Talking Heads fan. I've actually seen this before. I've borrowed it from someone who I know on DVD. But this is the first time I'm actually owning it myself. It's kind of like expensive on DVD. So I figured I would just pick up the tape if I ever came across it. And I came across it a couple days ago for $1. So definitely a good buy in my opinion, but I plan on upgrading this to DVD sometime. And last here is something random that I'm gonna be moving soon, so I was like looking through my I was like cleaning out some of my drawers and some of my stuff, just because I was just getting stuff ready for moving. So soon all this stuff I'm gonna have to undo and pack up and move somewhere else, but I'm sure it'll work out. But I actually came across an autograph that I thought I had lost of Kane Hodder from the Friday the 13th movies, which I actually got this from him when I was like really young, into the Friday the 13th movies, probably around the time Jason X came out. I sent him some fan mail, and he actually sent me this back in the mail. So I actually never met him in person, but it came from him in the mail, and it was an autograph from him. And I always thought it was awesome, and I thought I had lost this. Like, I thought I just had lost it or given it away or something. Like, I almost forgot what had happened to this. But last night when I was going through some stuff, I found it. But it's not in the best condition. It's kind of ratted up because I used to have it hanging on my wall, and again, it's been sitting in a drawer for like 5-6 years. Like, I thought I had seriously lost this. But yeah, this is an autograph I got from Kane Hodder probably, I would say almost like 8-9 years ago, around the time when Jason X was probably coming out. I sent him some fan mail and got this. So just really cool. So I want to try to get this framed and hang it back on my wall, because now I'm an even bigger Friday the 13th fan than like I used to be when I was a kid. So that is just awesome. So that's the update and everything else for this week. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it a lot. And leave a comment or give a thumbs up. And again, thanks for watching.